Runners a right race coming up in 6 minutes at Randwick, and Yell at the moment holding firm at $6. Defire in slightly to $6.70, and Private Steer at $2.10. Hasner down the bottom, just easing out a point to 11. Now Cheltenham race number 7, the Nitschke Stakes, one of the features for the day. And this race restricted to 3-year-olds. Cointreau Ball is our top raider from Gilly Marg, Isle of Gibraltar, and Pommery Princess, the top raiders at big odds. Cointreau Ball at $19 for Paul Gatt. Gilly Marg at the moment showing $6.10. Matthew Gatt is looking to ride the last 2 winners. He rode the previous after picking the ride up on Regal Challenger, and he's on board Annie Levy in this next event at Cheltenham. 7:30 at the moment, Annie Levy, and Matt's about to join Cherie Buki.
Yeah, Matthew Gatt, you've got a nice ride on Annie Levy in the Nitschke. You've never ridden her in races before. How'd you get the ride today?
No, I haven't ridden her before. I do a little bit of riding for Bev Lambing now and then, and I suppose he just approached me and asked me if I'd be interested in going to Adelaide to ride her, so I said yes.
Field on the Daily Telegraph All Aged is ready for action. Brave Flower, an interesting runner from New Zealand. Ready now. Movement in the middle. Ancient Song sits back a fraction. Gates are back, they're off. And missing it by a couple of lengths or so, Brave Flower, the New Zealander. Other than that, a good start. Hasner, one of the early leaders, going up very quickly is Mystegic. And our Egyptian Rain looking for the lead. Yell on the outside and not far away as they sort themselves out to fire. He's in a much more forward spot, although he's prodded out pretty wide, followed then by Brave Flyer. Then Fair Embrace, Victory Vein, and Private Steer is last to the course proper. And the leader is clearly now our Egyptian Rain. Yell sitting second. Ancient Song third. Hasner the outside. Mystegic is next to Fire, caught out on a limb, and then Brave Flyer. A length further back is Fair Embrace wide. In the middle, Victory Vein and Private Steer brings up the rear. In the All Age, they work their way to the 600 marker, and our Egyptian Rain is the leader, 3/4 to a length. Yell, 2 to Hasner, followed by Ancient Song. A length and a half further back in the run, Defire, followed by Mystegic, and then Brave Flyer over on the rails. Fair Embrace, Private Steer's close enough to the inner, and Victory Vein is last. Around the corner they travel. Private Steer's gone up into about 5th posse. Our Egyptian Rain joined by Yell. On the outside, Hasner, and then Ancient Song, and Private Steer is still grinding away, and now Defire's coming down the outer. Private Steer is out after the leader, our Egyptian Rain. Our Egyptian Rain, Private Steer closing the gap. Our Egyptian Rain still in front, but Private Steer, oh, what a wonderful mare. She's done it again. Private Steer nosed out our Egyptian Rain with Defire third and Yell fourth. And then Hasner, followed by Ancient Song and Brave Flower. Mystegic and Victory Vein and Absolute was Fair Embrace. And what more can I say? Recurring, I don't know what's happened to Recurring in the run. Did she stay in the stalls? We'll wait for news on Recurring. Don't know where it is. Anyway, be that as it may, the stewards will let us know about Recurring. But here we go now. I'll just check Recurring before we go any further. 5, 7, 2 and 1. And number 5 has done it again, Private Steer. But now Recurring stayed in the stalls. Look at the film. She refused to budge. Okay, thanks, Bruce. So the number, where are we here? Number 8, Recurring, just stayed in the stalls and refused to come out. So Recurring, await for further news until stewards can ascertain whether she had every opportunity to jump. Well, what a marvellous mare. Number 5, the winner, Private Steer, Glen Boss. She paid $2.10, $1.30. Outstanding win, coming back 200 in distance from the Doncaster. She hasn't that form worked out with Grand Army. Number 7, the second, Our Egyptian Rain, has paid $2.90, written by Nash Rawiller, who rode the winner. Boss, what a carnival.
Yeah, he's running hot.
Notable winner in 1991, Saracen in 1993. Just about ready for the Nitschke Stakes for the 3-year-olds. Some headed towards the Oaks, some towards the Derby. This is a telling time for the trainers and owners of these horses. Vain Cheval's playing up. on all fours again. Now there's another one playing up. It could be Annie Levy racing in the Nitschke Stakes. And Heart of Adelaide began very quickly. It leads early from Balalaika Pommery Princess. Working forward in the race, Mo Doran from out wide going forward. Let's Fly Away. It's pressing on towards the lead. Also up there, Quantre Ball with Mount Billy. There's plenty keen to go forward. Annie Lavie settles just behind them from Gold Member Isle of Gibraltar. Then Imbrulia, followed by Accost, Vain Cheval. La Boisselle third last from Gillymarg. Navy Shaker at the rear. Let's Fly Away flew to the lead. At the 1,000 metres, leads by about a length on Mount Billy, working around Modor and Heart of Adelaide the rails. Then Quantre Ball, followed in the centre by Balalaika Pommery Princess. Over on the inside, Gold Member Annie Lavie travels beautifully by herself, a length and a half away. Then Isle of Gibraltar, followed by, on the outside of those, Imbrulia from Vain Cheval, Lacoste, then La Boisselle, Navy Shaker. And Gillymarg is still last at the 500 metres. The Nitschke field comes around the turn. Let's Fly Away, Mount Billy. Pushing into the clear now was Balalaika underneath Quantre Ball. Annie Lavie's taking off. Pommery Princess just got held up. Modor, Gold Member got out nearer the inside, and Heart of Adelaide still ahead of Gold Member. From well back, Accost, Imbrulia, Gillymarg. They're across the track at the 200. Mount Billy, Annie Lavie coming through Gold Member. Now Isle of Gibraltar on the outside, and Accost. Accost is coming at Isle of Gibraltar. They'll fight it out. Accost is too strong. Accost by a neck to Isle of Gibraltar. 3 away third. Gillymarg came from last and grabbed Annie Lavie for third, followed in by Gold Member, Mount Billy, then Imbrulia, Vain Cheval, Navy Shaker, Pommery Princess. May have been a little unlucky. It was held up to the corner anyway. From La Boisselle, Quantre Ball, Let's Fly Away, Heart of Adelaide, Balalaika and Modor amongst the tail enders. 1:26.06 the time. Number 5, Accost. Accost has blitzed them. As Cherie told you, did not handle the Moonee Valley track. He just couldn't get into the race at any point. Every time he went to take off, there was another turn coming up. Last start at Morphettville, not the best of luck. Today, though, Jared Lorenzini for Ken Sweeney. A beautiful ride by Jared. Handled him an absolute treat. 5 is first, 15 second, Isle of Gibraltar. Warren Hughes, Tony McAvoy. 12's run third, Gillymarg, Justin Potter, Frank Lane. 10 is fourth, Annie Lavie. 5, 15, 12 and 10. A half by 3 by a neck, home in 35.43.
Thanks, Hilton. Accost did exactly that at the end. The Isle of Gibraltar and Gillymarg, the favourite. That was the Nitschke Stakes, 5, 15 and 12. Righto, we've just seen the Nitschke Stakes run in Adelaide. And Alf, did you ride any horses for Slinger Nitschke?
Indeed I did. In fact, I won the Nitschke Stakes for him, trained by John Hawkes, and the name eludes me. It was a long time ago. However, number 2, Delvecchio, I first 4 there. 2 ahead of 3, 5 and 1 for a very tricky race, the last on the card here. Dean, that's all from me. I hope you've had a nice day, even though you haven't been working all that long, and I hope everybody gets their coffee ready to watch Racing Retro in the morning. See you then.
Thanks, Alf. And just before you go, Alf, was it one of the Wonder Horses?
No, look, I'm struggling to remember it. It was a 3-year-old filly that John Hawkes trained, that Slinger Nitschke actually owned.
It's been easy. Adolescence has been a drifter. Intelligent King has had support. But Foxborough has clearly been the best tried, and he's still good value at 380. This is Tintagel coming up into the gates now. $7.70 chance. He's locked in for the final event. So they're set to run, and they're off at the 2,000 metres, and Adolescence was the first to bound out of the stalls. Western Waters goes up and joins him, and Delvecchio's on the pace as well. Just in behind those leading bunch of horses, Come On Mate, with Riley Redwing out wider from Intelligent King, Foxborough, Tintagel, and then Trafalgar Flyer, Starensky, and Irish Knight went back to last as they settle into stride by the 1,700. Delvecchio on top, but Riley Redwing is striding up now, and he takes over the running at the 6,000. 1600 metres. They were being followed in third placing by Intelligent King, who's moved up into that role now, deep, but he'll try and slot in now, followed by Western Waters, and just behind these horses, Come On Mate, who's over on the inside at the 1400 metres. Tintagel's on the improve too. It's been a race of changes. Tintagel actually runs to the lead. Wellbeck, Sterinsky, Adolescence, Foxborough, Trafalgar Flyer and Irish Knight is last at the 1200 metres now, and Tintagel had strode out by 3 lengths. Riley Redwing second, about 3 to 4 away. In third placing is Intelligent King, followed by its stablemate Del Vecchio. A neck away on the inside, Wonder Western Waters. They're followed by Come On Mate, Adolescence, Sterinsky, and then came Foxborough, Trafalgar Flyer. He's second last, and Irish Knight whipped the field in. Tintagel in front, coming up the side at the 850. Tintagel by 2 lengths to Riley Redwing. There's Adolescence off and running. It has been a race of changes, taking off Foxborough around the outside now. Then Intelligent King, and they're followed Western Waters. Del Vecchio's got shuffled back on the inside, followed by Come On Mate, Trafalgar Flyer. Well back in the field as they quarter was Sterinsky, and Irish Knight is last as they set sail for home, where Adolescence is after Tintagel. Foxborough deeper out is battling away, and they're followed by Del Vecchio, who's got up on the inside, and then Riley Redwing. Tintagel at the 300 with Adolescence. Riley Redwing running on, and Del Vecchio between horses. They come to the 200 metres. Tintagel fighting strongly. Riley Redwing out wide, coming at him. Adolescence in the middle. It's Riley Redwing taking the lead. 100 metres to go now. Adolescence kicks back. Riley Redwing too good though, and Riley Redwing, the Tasmanian, wins it by a neck to Adolescence. Del Vecchio third from Tintagel. Then Come On Mate, followed in by Foxborough, Sterinsky, Trafalgar Flyer and Irish Knight, and back behind those horses then Western Waters out wide, and Intelligent King dropped out to run last. In a most unusually run race, they kept chopping and changing for the lead there, but Riley Redwing has been the horse who's prevailed. Stepping out to the long trip for the first time today, this very, very good Tasmanian galloper has gone on with the job. He's improved in his 2 runs, now 3 in Victoria, and he ran that trip right out very solidly in taking out the Sky Channel Handicap. 3, Riley Redwing first. Second placing, number 4, Adolescence, Darren Gauci, and third was number 2, Del Vecchio, ridden by Ryan Martin. Numbers are 3, 4, 2 in the last on the card. Fourth in was 6, Tintagel, and fifth home was 11, Come On Mate, and the time is 2:3.68. A long neck by 3/4, 2:3.68 in the final event.
Thanks very much, Greg. Greg Miles there at Flemington. Riley Redwing, so that's his 7th win now from 16 starts, 3-4-2. Now the next at Ascot is the Welter, and a field of 10 about to do battle. They're arriving at the barrier there for 5, 15 and 12. Now Flemington totes on race 8, 3, 4 and 2, the trifecta 313, and the winner there was the Tassie horse Riley Redwing. Last at Randy and Imana at $7. Scott Seamer, the new rider, for 10, Miss Nichols, and Zin Zin, the shortest way there on Doomben. Randwick is due in 4 minutes, and Basami Mucho at 4:30. Royal Mask 380, Disguise 650, and Imana at $6. Now we've got a protest coming through at Ascot. It's third versus
Lonro Fantastic Kablemo. And Dance Hero is Chris Linkson with us now. We're just checking the big races today. Dance Hero won the 2-year-old race, beat Wages, Haverbeal and Kid George. So the big race winners: Dance Hero, Chris Muntz, Grand Army, Danny Beasley, Mackay Diva, Glenn Boss, Private Steer, Glenn Boss. The other winners have been Dan Zaba, Red Hot Pepper, and With My on Red Terror. Been a wonderful carnival. Crowd today, 29,703, 29,703. Now loading up for the last of the day, and coming up to line is Ms. Nichols, still away as Besame Mucho. Riderless at the moment is Pika Lan. And Soak Up the Sun, Lady Perpetuate hasn't gone in. Amana in the Defier colours away from the line. Ramare and a Longer Magic. So a few to enter the stalls. The James H. Carby Stakes 12 months ago. Who won this race? None other than Private Steer. Darren Beedman beat Fiamma Rosa and Sharuk. Been a marvellous carnival, hasn't it, for Glenn Boss? It's been a great week of racing. So 54,000 people here on, or almost, on Saturday last. Then we had just over 30 on Monday. You got the official crowd there, Joshy. Good on you. Derby 53,744. Doncaster 30,385. Oaks Day 15,192. The Cup 29,703. And the Josh Fleming total from a maths graduate 129,024. An average of 32,256. Thanks, Josh, for those details. I think the AJC would be absolutely delighted. Now, what a big pool for the last. Hello, the siren's gone. There's going to be a late scratching here, I think, but the pool tally at the moment is 852,500. We stand by for some news in the final event. And Pika line out. Wouldn't load. Okay. So number 14.
507 vet advice.
507 vet advice, okay. Pika laying out, number 14 at 5:07 Eastern time and on vet advice. So Pika laying out, a longer magic coming in. Actually, Royal Mask will proceed a longer magic. Royal Mask moves up. Besame Mucho looking for its fourth successive win. And here is a longer magic getting a little closer. Falantes Rose behaves herself well. Fancy runners. Royal Mask at 320 now in New South Wales. Besame Mucho 440. 570 for number 8. And that's Amana. And a longer magic's in. Rider climbing back into the saddle. Falantes Rose getting a little edgy. She's drawn the inside. She's been there for a while. Starter going on to his stand. Lady Perpetuate, an interesting runner. They're all set now. And they're off in the last of the day. Royal Mask jumped out pretty well, but won't stay there. And Fictitious Lady and Romare, the joint leaders. Chocolate Sunday's moving up rather swiftly, followed by Besame Mucho, Lady Perpetuate. And further back as they settle fully into stride. Near enough to the inside is Zin Zin. Then comes Soak Up the Sun, followed on the outside of it by Disguise, a longer magic. And then Falantes, Rose and Amana. Well back Royal Mask second last and 2 lengths to Ms. Nichols. They work their way to the 900 marker. Fictitious Lady is the leader. Romare sitting a length and a half second. Chocolate Sunday's third, followed by Lady Perpetuate, and Besame Mucho's doing it pretty wide out. A length and a half to Zin Zin over on the inside, followed by Soak Up the Sun, a longer magic. In that pack of horses too is Disguise as they come along past the 600 marker. A length and a half further away in the field is Amana, followed by Royal Mask. Falantes Roses over on the rails and 2 or 3 lengths to Ms. Nichols. Fictitious Lady first for home from Romare, followed by Chocolate Sunday. Besame Mucho is wider out. Zin Zin closer in. Royal Mask on the extreme outside. Lady Perpetuate is getting a split, and then a longer magic looking for a run from Disguise. Besame Mucho hits the front down past the 200, but Royal Mask on the outside is out after her. The 2 favourites, Besame Mucho on the inside and Royal Mask. Royal Mask is bridging the gap on Besame Mucho, and Royal Mask got there. Royal Mask and knows Besame Mucho, and third was... and a good run too by Amana. Lady Perpetuate prominent for fourth, and right up there too is Disguise, followed by Romare. Another couple of lengths further back in the field then was a longer magic, Fictitious Lady, Chocolate Sunday, and then came Soak Up the Sun, Zin Zin, Miss Nichols and Falantes Rose, and that winner is pretty darn good. Royal Mask has won the final event of the day. Number 2, Darren Beedman, by Royal Academy from Duck Duck, trained by Peter Moody, and has only had the 8 starts for 4 wins, carries the same colours as the promising filly Only Words, and Royal Mask has worn down Besame Mucho and thwarted that filly's 4th consecutive win. 2, 1, 8 and 12 on the final event here at Randwick. Number 2, Royal Mask, Darren Beedman first. Number 1 is second. That is Besame Mucho by Encosta de Lago, both Cummings, Huey Bowman. And Amana's run a good race for third, and the punters were pretty well right on target, particularly on track. They were the 3 horses they really wanted.
Starter about to move over to the platform. Favourite 220, or 440 I should say, Polish Empress, number 2. Drawn towards the middle, they're set. Red lights on. Jockey aboard Polish Empress, not happy, Morgan Butler.
Just getting settled in the stalls. No, the starter's not happy either. Moved off his platform for just a slight moment. Counted a Piction standing okay in close. Red lights continue to flash. News coming through. Okay, thanks, Jim. Slight delay. Gear adjustment taking place with Will Anyone Dance. Number 4. It's drawn the inside stall. We can't see it from here, but the gear adjustment taking place with Will Anyone Dance. So we're pretty close. Polish Empress the favourite, looking for its second win from 5. Trained by Gary Portelli. So those red lights continue to flash. Keeping a close eye on that starter, who will mount that platform very shortly. Will Anyone Dance? Slight gear adjustment. It's currently $13 on the tote. So we just wait. Fears standing well. The top weight in the race. Now the starter's got them. Stand by. Last at Hawkesbury, and they're racing towards the centre. Lawrence of Arimba away okay. Gahila Bow is going forward in a Magic out deeper, not far away. Fears looking to slot in. And as they complete 250 metres of the race, Lawrence of Arimba is right up there as they settle down into stride from Gahila Bow. 2 lengths Polish Empress, followed next by Kingsway Cardi. Will Anyone Dance on the inside? 2 lengths to Scared Stiff, and they were followed by Bayal on the inside. Fears is off the track. About 4 lengths away, Counter Depiction, Inner Magic, followed then by Marwin's Pride, and last of all is Have No. They come around the corner at the 350, and it's Lawrence of Arimba just in front of, on the outside, Gahila Bow. Will Anyone Dance? Got a very, very good rails run. Bayal goes with it, and right down the outside, Fears is coming quickly. At the 150, Fears sweeps up with Will Anyone Dance, and Bayal still coming. Fears, Will Anyone Dance at the 50. Will Anyone Dance fight strongly, and Will Anyone Dance beats Bayal or Fears? Then Counter Depiction, Have No from Marwin's Pride. Good Country out deeper on the track, and they were followed by Gahila Bow. Further back, Abducted, Scared Stiff towards the rear, and further back in the field was Kingsway Cardi, Inner Magic, and Lawrence of Arimba after leading tired to finish last.
Thank you, Matt. On the last at Hawkesbury, 4 Will Anyone Dance, the winner. And it's pretty close for the minors, but the winner's paying $13.10 and $3.10. Now the next at Ascot in 4 minutes. The Black Flash, the top raider from Tribella. They may run late at Ascot because of that protest on the previous. 1, 5, 3 and 6, the ratings on race 5. The Black Flash at 5.30. Christabel at 8.90. 3.30 for Leading Man. Tribella at 6 and Action Pack at 7.70. And that is the market for race number 5.